Previously on Route D66.
Two months ago. I came home, I've been exploring, I'm an archaeologist, I've been exploring the ruins of Iselcross. And these damn blue veins started appearing all over my fucking body.
Were you the only one? Only one from the dig that got sick?
You're suddenly all thrown from your seats into the air as the coach lurches in all directions violently. There's a deafening crash and the sound of splintering wood. A sudden, blood-curdling scream rises in crescendo and is abruptly cut off.
Everybody stay cool. This is a robbery. Move. I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you. Gentlemen, we just want your gold. No, there doesn't have to be any violence here.
I don't think we really have any gold. I mean, I spent most of mine on the, on the trip, which is, quite expensive. Have you?
Last 10 years in the cave.
Have you ever
No gold?
Have you ever tried 2E carriage travel? It's quite expensive.
So at this point, I'm going to make a strange bird-like call. It's the only kind of call I can do, really.
And unfortunately, what happens when you make your call? Two young wolves slink forwards, flanking a much larger beast. The gigantic snow white wolf in the middle is as big as one of the horses pulling the carriage. Its eyes burn like the fiery pits of some best forgotten hell. A thick coat of pure white fur, crowned by a row of lethal spikes running the length of its spine. The direwolf throws its head back and lets out a deafening roar. Gentlemen, would you please all roll for initiative? Cool. So, Willard, you are up first of the round.
Cool. So
Can we discuss battle strategy?
we've got 6 seconds, so I think we need to just... do we just go,
Well,
or do we discuss it?
You've got as long as you want to think about and discuss your turn, but what you do then is slotted into 6 seconds of action,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
So my suggestion, I'm not saying that punching things is always the answer, but I'm thinking punch things. So my suggestion is the two range attack guys go straight for the big fella, who I'm gonna also punch. And then the other guys go for the two wolves around the side. And if I die, so be it.
Okay. So
Let's move.
let's see what happens on your turn, John. But that's a good plan, I think, James.
It's a nice strategy. Okay, so
strategy.
yeah, so my dude's there. He's like he's kind of calculating for a second. He's looking from the group of people he was just about to rob, and then these wolves, and you see a kind of focus shift in him. And so he suddenly turns from having the bow pointed at the crew, switches over to the wolves, and he's suddenly sort of shouting out, like parade ground style, "Heavies to the front, I'll cover at the back. Use the carriage as cover." And then he's quite well positioned at the moment. that he's maybe just edges a little bit just to make sure he's got a good line on the spooky direwolf, whilst also not having too much between him and that thing. In terms of like at the moment, there's so maybe just I don't know. Is that looks like a tree? If he's got a pretty good line, that's probably
he's got a decent line of sight.
Sweet.
He's got a decent line of sight.
So he's already got an arrow knocked because he really drew one. So he's just gonna let fly at the direwolf.
Okay, cool. So now we need to you need to roll an attack dice
Yeah. So he's attacking with his longbow.
with his longbow.
Yeah. It's
Plus 5 on your longbow.
yeah. It's definitely within comfortable range. Yeah. It seems.
So that's going to be
Yeah.
dexterity plus 5, and
Yeah.
you're shooting at the direwolf.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just found the number I'm looking for. Brilliant. Okay. So you're shooting at the direwolf, so dexterity plus 5.
Okay. So I've just rolled a 6
6
plus 5, so 11.
11.
I'm
Your arrow
guessing-
thumps into the ground in the snow between the direwolf's feet. It looks at you, its eyes fix on you. Blood dripping from its maw. It's fucking angry.
Oh.
It's angry now. Wait till it sees what I'm about to do to it.
I just think he hit my bow. How did he not hit the ball?
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair,
I was still thinking about that awesome shot I just did. I wasn't fully paying attention. I think that's the problem. Just taking it for granted. It's like, I don't even need to think about this one.
Either that or you're very intimidated by wolves.
I'm thinking just let the wolves go. He's pissed off the wolves, so he's just hide in the carriage and let the wolves eat them.
okay. Neil. Oh, sorry, James. You've still got some other things you can do. So you can still move. You've got a bonus action that you can perform as well if you want to. So your bonus action would be something like going into sneak, which you probably can't do because you're under a fucking lamppost.
Do I need to use an action to pull another arrow out, or is that just a given?
Sorry, what were you saying, Christy?
So only bonus actions are on your. Do you have sneak as a bonus?
No, I gave that as an example of a bonus action, if that makes sense. Yeah, but I wasn't looking at his sheet at the time, so I don't
It's
know.
an action, not an attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get your attack is your action, or the move is an action, or whatever is an action, and then the bonus action will be on your sheet.
James,
I suppose-
only got 2 hand fighting, so
Yeah, I suppose
Everyone's
what
got
I'd
that.
probably do is, having taken that shot and missed, I'd knock another arrow, which apparently I don't need an action for, and maybe just back off a little bit further because I've got plenty of range, and I seem to like I've pissed him off a bit, so I just back up a bit.
Up here?
Yeah, right there by the tree. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Okay, cool. Neil, if you're done, James.
Yep.
Right. I'm probably one of the more nimble guys. So having seen him shooting the arrow at the wolves and go, okay, fine.
You're here, remember? This is you on the bottom left here.
Yep. Being one of the more nimble ones and probably there, I'm thinking I might go and attack, like, if I can run round and do a bit of a flanking action and try and attack the wolf that's on the right of the Roll20 screen.
So you're going to run over there, and so you're sprinting over here. Your full movement's over here, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to kick it in the face.
And you're going to kick it in the face. That's what I do to the wolf. So you need to. What weapon are you going to attack with?
I'm going to kick it in the face.
Unarmed strike. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're on +5. So we'll do a dexterity check +5 in that case.
All right. We have 10.
10.
That's with the +5. Wow.
There's something about these wolves, dude.
I know, tell me about it. However, his foot lashes out and crashes into the wolf's face, sending it sprawling into the snow behind him. The wolf turns round and looks at him, growling, assessing the damage that's been done. Roll for damage.
Whoa. Well, despite the fact that it was a pretty glancing blow, that did 7 damage.
7 damage. The wolf winces as I look for its hit points on this character sheet.
Right situation. Don't check health points.
Looks up at you from the floor where you sent it sprawling and springs back up, blood and mucus dripping from its jaws. Right. Anything else?
If I can do a bonus action, then I'll kick it again.
Have you got any bonus actions?
Bonus actions, attack, unarmed strike.
Yeah, in that case, you can do that again. Yeah.
Bonus action, kick it again.
I'm going to kick it in the face again.
Yeah. Go for it.
Didn't you just use your weapon first, or then kick it in the face afterwards? But hey, never mind.
I could have done, but considering my weapon is a staff, I don't think it's. Like, I think my unarmed is.
Your unarmed strike is using your feet and your hands. You're not using your staff.
Yeah. So, yeah, that definitely hits. I've got 14 plus 5, so 19.
19. Brilliant.
Nice.
Roll for damage. Roll for damage.
Rolling damage. And another 4 damage.
Another 4. You hear the wolf's neck snap as your foot cracks into its head. Limply, it falls to the ground, blood dripping from its mouth. It's dead. You've taken a humble animal's life.
And I feel good about it.
Good man.
Monks, what are you going to do about them?
Excellent. Well done.
Well done.
That, for record, is worth 50 experience. Jonathan, if you're done, Neil, it's Jonathan's go.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with that.
Excellent.
So here's what I'm thinking. Can I throw the dwarf at the direwolf?
Which dwarf? On it?
The dwarf in the carriage. The
Okay, that's fine.
dying of cancer.
Eat it.
Can we assume, for the purposes of my inability to cover every absurd loop in the loophole in the story, that you can't?
I was just hoping for a quick, like, feed and poison kind of deal.
Can we assume that if you do, you'll explode?
That's fine. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Morning Star and hit the direwolf straight in the f***ing head with it.
So that is a strength check on a +5.
It's going to be pathetic now, isn't it?
I'm tempted to load up Discord just so I can see.
Oh, God.
I've got it open.
It was 2.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit, the bed. That's amazing. That's amazing.
I knew that was going to happen as well. But
Wow.
I've
Accidentally
got 5
slips and
strength,
puts
so
his
it's,
face in you.
it's a 7.
Place
Well,
your hand-
actually laughs.
Should have thrown that dwarf, man.
Your hand slams down onto the stage.
And it's a 7. I've got 5 as well.
It's a 7.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near enough, I'm afraid. Your hand slams down onto the stagecoach as you leap over it like a ninja, eyes full of intent as you run through the snow into the night, Morning Star held high as you run towards this direwolf. Swinging towards it, you slip on what can only be described as slightly yellow snow. Spinning through the air, narrowly missing the direwolf's face, and coming about slightly perplexed and surprised at what the fuck just happened to you.
Great. Good.
Solid work.
Terrific.
Was that better than the arrow guy firing into the snow? Considering you can
Hey,
nail
I
a-
got the
you can
arrow
nail a
near
piece
him.
of wood
Okay?
at massive distance, you know. But at least I got took out by yellow snow.
If it's any consolation, potentially you made the wolf wee himself. That might have been the arrow. Who knows?
Laugh so hard it we.
I might be able to recover the arrow.
Are you complete with your turn, John? I don't think you've got any actions you can do.
I suppose I can myself.
You can yourself. Excellent. Roll a pants check.
It's a one.
It's a one.
For one.
It seeps uncomfortably from the corners, trickling into your boots. Kiba, I believe it's your go, my friend.
Can I head to the small wolf?
The small wolf. Yeah.
Can I get a line of sight on it?
Yeah, well, you can stand under the tree, you can still see it, yeah, got no problem with that.
Yep, cool. And I'm going to throw a hammer at it.
Excellent, why wouldn't you throw a hammer at a wolf? That
Mhm.
sounds like a wonderful thing to do. Okay,
What could possibly go wrong?
so let's have a quick
I take my light hammer and I do this +5. That's not even a d20. That's a d20. It's a 6 + 5, so it's 11.
You're looking in dismay as your hammer vanishes.
Right. Unequipping the hammer. It's not a 4 hammer, sorry. That one, someone gets a light hammer if they go trudging that way.
Shout fetch.
My other hammer's more impressive.
You want to see an impressive hammer?
I saw that coming.
Okay, right, so it is the small wolf's turn. If you're done, Kiba, you finished? You got anything else?
Yeah, not this level.
Okay, cool, no bother. Okay, so... oh, it's quick. Right, okay, so the wolf, seeing its fellow pack member taken down in such an aggressive manner, turns its head and growls at the monk. Spar. Leaping forwards, it attempts to get past John. So it's going to run straight across here and try and dive towards here. So I think in that circumstance, John should try and do a dexterity check to see if he can clip it as it goes past.
Oh,
You get
So
an
it's
attack of
gonna-
opportunity.
Yeah, an attack of
yeah.
opportunity. Sorry, Christy, go.
I was going to say it's opportunity attack, yeah. So
Yeah.
just you get an attack if it goes past.
Yeah, so you get to attack it basically, John. As it
so
runs
I've got a 17.
past. 17.
Nice.
Yep.
Scared by
Still-
the hammer.
Still reeling and spinning from your trip on the yellow ice, you clip the underside of the wolf as it leaps over your head. Looking somewhat shocked that you've managed to connect with anything, a smile creeps across your face. Would you roll for damage, please, John?
Certainly. It is. The D20 was 6, and the Morning Star damage is 9.
9. Fantastic. Morning Star slices down the underside of the wolf. I nearly said goat for some reason. As it leaps over your head, you cut a deep gouge in its flank. Blood spurts out all over your face as the wolf lands on the other side of you and continues its journey.
My best.
So the wolf makes it all the way over. It's there. And then the wolf will attack. I have knocked it off. Yeah, I have done. So the wolf will then attack Spar. So
Right.
the wolf has +4 to hit on its melee attack. What's your armor class, Spar? It is
15.
15. So the wolf needs a 15. Click one of these random things. It rolled a 13 +4, so it hits.
Okay.
So the wolf is going to do 2d4 +2 piercing damage.
Plus the
6
Plus the 4 piercing.
plus the 4, so you take 10 damage.
I think, yeah.
I am very much nearly dead.
10 damage.
And the wolf takes revenge by nearly ripping my face off.
I mean, to be fair, John literally just felt its insides with his Morning Star.
I couldn't have done much more.
Fucking angry. He's pretty pissed off right now, yeah. Okay, so that's the wolf's go done. It is now Dorazian, who obviously starts with a hearty squawk. Adam?
Hello.
Hello!
I am going to aim my crossbow at that direwolf. I think we can get a good shot.
Take him down.
Excellent. Sounds
Could do with the
like
help.
a plan.
I'm going to do a little flap of my wings to get a good little bit of air, so I get a little bit of height on him. Give him a little shot with my crossbow.
Yeah.
So how do I do this? Do I just roll a d20?
You do, except you need to be aware that you don't have any proficiency with your crossbow. So
Okay.
you're just gonna be rolling, I think, on dexterity.
Yeah, I think it's dexterity range.
Cool. So my dexterity is +3.
Yes. So you'll be rolling.
Okay, cool. Oh, I got a mighty 7.
7.
Yes.
So you get a 10 in total. Your crossbow bolt ever so slightly dislodges James's arrow from the ground.
And these crossbows are pretty rubbish, aren't they?
I mean,
You look at it in disgust. What a piece of shit!
And throw it into...
Trying to operate one of these things with wings, it was a dumb idea from the start.
Yeah.
Never going to work.
Can I just say
I'll make a
I'm not?
suggestion.
Can I just say I'm not really sure why we were worried about these guys? Why we didn't just beat them in the face when we had the opportunity?
I know. We wouldn't have hit you at point blank range anyway. So.
Clearly, the hit on Christie was a complete fluke.
I was aiming at you, John.
Oh shit. Anything else? Adam.
Do I have? Yeah. Can I move up to on top of the carriage?
You can move on to the top of the carriage.
I think that would do me.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna flap your wings and you're gonna launch yourself onto the top of the stagecoach. You're gonna land with a thud because you're only 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
For a small thud, and you're gonna hear a muffled cry from inside the coach. Oh, fuck off! As the coach rocks under your weight.
Cool.
Right. That would be Dracalis. It's your turn. Dracalis, it's your turn, Adam.
Alright, so the plan is to charge in, but being a certain range, I can do my flame breath, catching both the direwolf and the wolf. Because a 15-foot cone.
If you're probably standing next to the other Dragonborn.
He has fire resistance. That's
Yeah, that would be sensible, to be fair.
It goes up forward. It's okay. You'll still get to hit. I think that's your bonus action, isn't it?
So, where do you want to move to? Do you want to move up close, or do you want to move back a bit?
So I'm just doing chin think.
I'll put you there.
Probably in between the two, sort of thing. Just more to the
In
right.
here, yeah? In there, yeah.
Right hand side. Yeah, around about there, because it's
Round
a
about there.
15-foot flame breath. So technically it might be a square back, but or one square up.
So you go square back, you'll hit both of those. You're
Well,
killing
as long as you're happy that I can hit both with my flame breath.
You want to hit both? You want to hit both of them, yeah?
It's a
Yes, is the
15-foot
plan.
fire, yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, you can, but I mean, there is a thing here where you will have to hurt Neil. So
Which one's Neil? Dying one.
The monk.
he's got like 2 hit points left.
Oh,
Oh,
it's point left because I took one from some
He's got-
for opening the door of the
He's
carriage earlier.
got 1 hit
Oh,
point
in
left.
that case, move
I am
closer to
literally
Neil.
about to die.
Move closer to Neil and take on the wolf.
Okay.
No,
So
the
you
wolf's
want to
thing.
move? You want to move?
Yeah,
here?
that makes
Okay,
sense.
cool.
And then I've got a body block on any retaliation.
It's fantastic. Okay, good plan, guys. So what are you doing? Now you've moved.
Yeah, smacking it with my good old swing of the old great sword.
Swinging the greatsword. Brilliant. Strength +5, please, sir.
8. My test,
8.
annoyingly, my test roll before that was 25.
An 8 including a modifier? Or...
Yes, it was a 3 + 5. And I'll say, annoyingly, my test roll one before that was a 25.
You
Bastards.
you swing your greatsword, but you're obviously so concerned for the well-being of your fellow traveller that you pull the blow to avoid hitting him, and you narrowly miss the wolf, slamming your sword into the snow down by your side. You heft it back up, ready for a second swing. Any bonus actions?
No.
Low fat.
Hi.
Hi, taken a while. How have you been?
I've just been observing what's going on and just sort of rolling my eyes at the calamity that's unfolding in front of us.
All right, for you, I'm covered in piss.
Hold on.
Frozen.
Direwolf piss.
But I'm on top of the carriage, just so you know, still.
Oh yeah, of course you were up there, weren't you? Yeah.
So, 10, 20, I can't quite reach. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull the arrow out of my bow staff, and in place of the dart, I'm just going to launch it at the direwolf.
Launch the arrow at the direwolf. Excellent. Dexterity check, please.
10 plus 5, 15.
You pull the arrow from the staff, flick it towards the direwolf. It zings through the air, stabbing the wolf into the shoulder.
Yes!
It foams across the floor, slipping slightly in some yellow snow as the arrow hammers into its chest from your deft flick across the snowy landscape.
Right.
Roll for damage, mate.
All right, it's going to be a pretty naff roll. I'll roll it as a dart, which is like a d4 plus dex. 2, yes, a 5.
5.
Yeah.
Cool, brilliant. The direwolf looks at you, growls as it looks at the arrow. It looks at you, its eyes glowing, if possible, even more brightly. You seem to have just pissed it off, Christy.
I'd hide behind the alpaca.
I like the fact by actually hitting it, you've taken the heat off me. So
You're running away into the woods.
You are literally f***ing off into the woods at this point, James.
I don't deny it.
It is the direwolf's turn, and as there's a Draconis on the floor in front of him, still mewling around, covered in blood and piss. The direwolf takes umbrage at the monk throwing the arrow towards it, and leaps over the sprawling Draconis on the floor, who does still get
It's a reaction.
reaction attack, and heads towards the monk, prancing around.
Does he get a reaction when he's already taken a reaction this turn?
Yeah, he gets as many reactions as
Okay,
he
let's go.
wants. Or as I decide.
That's fine.
Do we
Whichever
both
goes first.
do we
That's
both
fine.
get a reaction because of the size of the card, or
No, 'cause he's gonna move. He's moving straight over, so he's moving that way. He's not moving away from you or past you. He's moving directly over the Draconis. if that
I'm
makes sense.
Draconis, you're in Dragonborn. which,
Sorry,
doing
yeah,
it for me.
sorry. I meant John. So
Yeah.
John
Over Nukem.
John gets to make an attack of opportunity against this huge fucking direwolf that's just leaping over his fucking head, swinging whatever weapons at hand. John, what are you going to swing it at?
Morning Star again. So do I do D20 or?
D20 plus 5, yes.
Cool.
You can do it on your character sheet again, by the way. You just have to click the button.
So it's 10 in total.
10.
Yeah.
As the wolf leaps over John, he
Tickled it.
swings his morning star up and catches the tip of its tail.
That's more than anyone else has
Star
done.
falls down, and John twists, still confused about where all this blood and piss has come from.
Confused, covered in blood and piss.
starts to try and lift his hulking form to his feet. The direwolf moves on towards the monk. Okay, so I'm going to give the direwolf disadvantage on this attack because you're on top of the cart, Christy.
Yeah, cool.
And you're sort of dancing around on top of the cart trying to avoid it as it sort of lashes up at you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool, so what's your armor rating?
15.
15. So the direwolf has a melee weapon attack plus 5 to hit. So let's have a look and see what he gets. So the first one is a 19, so that's 24. He's at disadvantage. So the second one is a 15. That's 5.
Okay.
Still gets the 20, so he still hits you.
Uh-huh.
So he catches you with his claw and dance around doing your Bruce Lee impression on top of the cards.
Much, yeah.
And does 2d6 plus 3 damage.
Oh, brutal.
I think you probably picked the wrong wolf for our first combat round.
I wasn't sure to start with, but I mean, we'll see what happens. You're not dead. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
You're dead.
15 damage, you're dead.
It's 11 damage.
11 damage, so I am now unconscious.
You're unconscious on the floor.
Yeah.
I'll help you out in a minute.
Wow, this is going well.
That was a brutal round of combat there.
The direwolf swings its claws up, and Christy jumps over the swiping claw, but loses his footing as he lands, falling down and banging his head on the cabin.
Nice.
Knocking himself unconscious, he lies there. The wolf loses its attention because it can't see the silly monk anymore. The annoying monk.
Silly monkey.
It turns round and glares at the rest of you.
Oh, goody.
Just a
So we're back to the
suggestion. Just a
back to the
suggestion.
top round.
If we all retreat, he'll eat the poison dwarf.
You hate that for what? What's your problem with that dwarf?
Every time you mention the dwarf, we all lose 1 hit point.
Yeah.
I'm sensing
Leave
some
the dwarf
racial
alone.
tension with
Yeah.
dwarves.
I can't survive any more retaliatory damage.
I'm just saying, right? What good thing has happened since that dwarf turned up?
I mean, to be fair, he makes a valid point. Willard.
Yep. Back to the top. Okay. Can I just ask, have I got a clear shot on the badly injured wolf that's next to the even more badly injured monk?
You have. Normally I'd do a cover thing on there, but I haven't read those rules yet, so we'll leave that for now. So yes.
I can shift round a bit because it looks
Yeah,
like it's a bit
do
tight. I can
shift
shift
round,
round a
makes
bit
sense.
if that would make the shot. Yeah.
Yep, so you move this way a little bit.
But my intention is to hit the
Yeah.
wolf that's next to the badly injured monk. That
Yeah,
I feel like if we take out someone and then we get all focused
Probably
on
diagonal
us.
left 1 or
I'm-
2 more squares just to clear some track.
I'm happy that you've got a line of sight on that.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, so I'm just again firing my longbow at him.
Brilliant. Cool.
Don't-
Dexterity
roll one.
on your +5, isn't it?
Ooh, 17 on the dice plus
I'm going to guess you've hit it.
whatever the hell I think it's a +5 modifier, so I've definitely
Your
hit him.
arrow thumps into the no.
You're gone.
Into the snow.
You're gone.
In front of him.
Having travelled through the wolf.
Your arrow thumps into the wolf. Roll for damage.
I shall as soon as I have a look. A D8 plus 3. Which one's
I'm
a
gonna
D8?
guess
I reckon it's that
10.
one. 7 plus 3, 10.
Nice.
Boom.
The arrow hammers straight into the wolf's right eye, penetrating through the back of its skull and exploding in a spray of brain and blood that showers everywhere, covering the Draconis sprawling on the floor.
I'm glad we got Quentin Tarantino to direct this. This is terrific.
The wolf collapses in a heap.
I sight down. As soon as I've let go of the shot, I know it's hit. You're gone. Boom.
It's a pity you weren't like that when it came to the main fucking guy.
I learned my lesson there, and I've chosen a different
I
target.
took the underneath of that wolf out with my morning star. You just dealt a death blow. You're a lazy bastard.
I'll not deny that.
Well, you get yourself 50 experience, James, that you can decide to share or not to share with John.
Don't care.
It is. I think I moved a bit and I shot my arrow. So apart from pulling another arrow out, I think that's me done.
You're done. Okay.
Sweet.
Brilliant. Okay, Spar.
Right, I'm going to throw a dart at the direwolf. See if we can get a second monk doing some range damage against
To get
it.
to this. Yeah.
Oh, dead, I thought.
Direwolf's not dead.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The direwolf is very angry.
The direwolf is pissed off.
No, I thought you hit that.
He's not dead.
Right, so
Okay, so you're going to throw the dart. So
gonna
a
throw a dart
dexterity
at
check.
Ooh, oh dear. Unmodified roll of 1. Plus 5. But yeah, no, it's a 1.
Bird never saw the arrow coming.
Oh dear.
You pull the dart out of your pack.
Stab
As you
yourself in
pull
the
your
eye.
arm back. As you pull your arm back to throw the dart, you swing just a little bit too hard. You lose your footing on something damp and icy on the floor.
Probably all the blood from the wolf and, my own blood.
Potentially slipping in the blood. Absolutely,
Yeah.
that's very
There
good.
was
I
blood
should have
everywhere.
remembered that.
It's true.
Stumbling, the dart hits the ground directly in front of you, narrowly missing your own feet.
Whoops.
John.
Cool. So-
Nuke Dukem.
New Dukem. So what I'm gonna do is I produce a packet of Smith Square crisps from my pocket. I create a trail up to the dwarf that's in the cabin, try and poison the direwolf.
Each crisp on the
damage.
ground, we lose 1 damage.
Or
If you do
wandering-
that, you're going to walk past the direwolf. The direwolf's going to have an opportunity attack on you.
Yep.
This is true. This is true.
Have crisps, so it's really going to want to cut you.
Yeah. So, you want to go and antagonise a poorly dwarf?
Well, it's about time he did something. I'm just saying.
I love the idea that with all this going on, you're like, I still want to that dwarf up. It's in the coach. He's just.
Fuck these dwarfs! I just want to hurt the poorly dwarf.
Look, we all know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. I'm gonna hit the direwolf in the head with my morning star.
It's going to happen.
Move to flank.
It's there. It's
Right.
happening.
Okay, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna hit the direwolf in the head with my morning star again.
What's happening with the Smith's crisps?
Not even hit yet.
As a distraction.
It turns out that other crisps are available.
Roll your head.
I'm gonna let the Smith's crisps slide. I think they're scattered over the ground now. It's just another hazard for people to trip on.
At least they won't be slipping in piss now.
Well, there is this. John, you run at the direwolf with your morning star and make a swing towards its face.
Mm-hmm.
You want to roll your attack, mate?
Is it an R20?
It's
What a-
D20 plus 5.
D20 plus 5. Nice. Going down, direwolf. 10. I don't know. Why do I keep getting rolled?
Same dice as me.
stuck to your boots, combined with the rough texture of the Smith's crisps. You slip and fall on your tail. The direwolf almost laughs in your face.
Mongrel with a hyena.
And from now on, Nuke Dukeum's name is now changed to Benny Hill.
That would.
Nuke Dukeum sprawling on the floor again from another terrible Morningstar attack. Still looks a bit confused. And Kiba looking quite disappointed in the efforts of the Dragonborn.
You call yourself a Dragonborn? No, I've seen better puppies than you. First thing of mine. It's a big puppy right there. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get the puppy.
I'm distracted by a poppy at the side of the road. What would you like to do, mate?
That was amazing. Yep.
You did.
Can I move? Low fat. Did he actually fall off?
No, he's unconscious on the top of the wagon.
Not gonna be good for a 4-foot dwarf.
He's out of sight of the direwolf. The direwolf can't actually see him, but he is unconscious on his side up there.
Right. Okay. Can I move 2 diagonally to be diagonally of Lofa and the direwolf?
Yeah, of course you can.
I will take a swing at the direwolf.
So what are you using?
I use my Warhammer.
Excellent.
It's one-handed because I've got my shield up.
Okay.
And I roll a 14 plus 5, so 19.
Yay!
Excellent. Roll for damage, sir.
Yay! I actually managed to connect something. That one is a D8. Never mind. 2 plus 3, 5.
It's 1d8 plus 3, mate.
Yeah, that was a D8 plus 3, 5.
Okay, 5 damage.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. You swing your warhammer in a mighty arc.
Oh, yeah. Donk puppy!
Clipping the wolf's paw as it jumps backwards, startled by a sudden attack. A little bit of blood flies. You've clearly hurt it, but it's far from done.
Now, is lay on hands a bonus action? Just say I do the lay on hands and give him 1 HP. You can get up and run away.
So you're gonna pick up low fat with your bonus action. All right, low fat gets up shakes himself, thanks you, and stands up.
Thanks.
I was making sure low fat goes before. Yes, he does go before the direwolf. That's good.
Yeah.
Great, you're not going to just die straight away. That's good. Okay.
Brilliant. Doraz, are you done? Sorry.
Yes.
Dorazine. Doraz.
So I'm sort of at the edge of this battle, so kind of looking around and contemplating my options. Really, I mean, I sort of see there's 2
You have
choices here.
almost infinite movement. Remember that.
Yeah,
You have
I mean,
almost infinite
I could
movement.
flee into the forest and leave you all to your fate. It's pretty hard. You know,
I mean,
it's an option.
I'm not saying that's the worst option here.
No, based on performance, it's almost sensible.
Or, you know, I could throw myself into the fray and try and turn the tide. And ultimately, I decide maybe I'll do that. Why not?
Get your
Okay.
swords out.
So with
where are you going to go?
I'm going to fly through the air and sort of land next to the direwolf and attack it.
If you
want
land
to
on top of the
be-
cart, that would be good.
I could land on top of the cart and attack it, yeah. I basically want to attack it up close with my short swords. Because I think they're good. I don't really know what any of these stats mean, to be honest, but I'm going to try that.
That does.
So I'll just roll. So I'll roll the short sword, just a short sword with advantage. Yeah.
So this is your main hand, short sword with advantage, so 2d20
So I've got 18.
plus your 5.
Yeah, that's including the five.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's after your 2 rolls, and you've got the 18. Brilliant. So
Yeah.
you hit him. You reach down and you hit the wolf with your short sword.
Cool.
Look at the same time, you look angrily at your crossbow hanging from your waist.
Yeah, I'll pretty much just throw that in the snow. So I might probably. I'm just gonna do something different.
Would you like to roll for damage on your short sword?
Yes. Is that just a okay? Yeah. So D6 plus 3. So I've got 5.
5. You slash the wolf across its back, carving another slice through the muscle torso that's covering its shoulders. It arches back and it growls at you, looking straight at you. Its eyes burning furiously. It is hurt.
Cool.
Do it again.
So I can do that again, right?
Do it again, yeah.
I think you don't
add
use
the
your dex
modifier.
bonus. I think, or is that it, or is it?
Yeah, no modifier. It's just a D6.
Yeah.
The-
On the damage, yeah.
On the damage, yes. You still hit with your normal modifier.
So again, you get the advantage. So it's 2d20 to attack.
So I'm going to do another round of short sword. I got 25 for that one.
You easily hit.
That's a crit as well, isn't it?
Was that a natural 20?
Yeah, it was.
That's double damage.
It's basically 1d6 times 2.
Yeah.
You just don't add your 3.
Okay, so I've got 6.
Got a 6.
Yeah.
As the direwolf looks up at you, you swing your second weapon. It opens its jaws as if to bite you. You pull your strike, and instead thrust forwards straight into its throat. Your sword jars through its skull, bouncing off bone and hitting its brain, bursting from the back with more brain splattering all over John.
Oh, brain!
The direwolf hangs limply from your sword as you tug it back, kick its corpse from your blade. Congratulations.
There we go.
200 XP.
200. Wow.
Boom.
Nice.
Kill stealer.
Okay, so you may well have, in all of the heat of the battle, forgotten what the fuck was happening, but you're basically in the middle of nowhere with a broken fucking wagon. So you now need to decide what you want to do after the battle is over.
I feel like there's, a grudging respect between us all now after having killed a big wolf.
I've not seen a lot of respectable conduct.
Yeah.
I feel like we've got bigger fish to fry with these direwolves and mad beasts coming out
Can
of
we
the
see
woods.
if we can fix this cart before more of them turn up?
How did
But some people can ask.
Are you in accord now that you're going to work together, or are you?
I'm up for working together.
Yeah.
This seems like a good idea.
Hey, before the weather comes in, let's get the hell out of it.
I think to myself, around here there's a lot of fantastic beasts, but the question is where to find them.
As soon as the word fantastic came out, we knew it was going.
I'm standing next to Griff. I just look at him. I look at my bow staff with a tiny little notch, like it's really strong bamboo, kind of, it's like super strong, this stuff. I just look back and I'm just like, I shake my head, just walk back towards the car.
You're paying to repair that.
limp? You mean limp?
Limp.
Neil, how much health did you have?
I'm on 1 HP as well.
Right, both of you walk to me, and I will give you both 1 more HP just in case.
Every little helps.
How did I spend most of my time slipping in piss, and yet nobody hit me with anything?
Shame was enough.
Rapidly moving target, John. Rapidly moving target.
The advantage of not appearing threatening.
Can I do like just a quick sweep of the surrounding area just to make sure nothing else is about to pop out from the woods
Do
or
you
anything?
want to make a perception check?
I absolutely do. It's a 10. All in?
You look around the crossroads, everything seems quiet. Your heightened senses and knowledge of the wilderness allow you to perceive much more than anyone else would be able to, and there's nothing else around. It's safe.
Excellent. Cool.
I'm, oh no.
So I was just say, based on that, I'm gonna help Low Fat back to the coach,
Okay.
and
Which currently
yes.
doesn't have a wheel, remember.
Yeah.
As you open the door to the carriage, you see the dwarf huddled in the corner. He opens his eyes, they're bright blue. He looks at you. Pleading, begging look crosses his face. Please. Take me home. And he stiffens completely.
erect.
Fully erect.
I bet he hasn't spent as much as I have.
On closer examination, you see he's turned completely to ice. He's dead.
Wow.
His corpse
Dun,
is
dun,
nothing but a
dun.
statue.
I'm gonna quickly check whether he's got any coinage or anything useful on him, and then I'm definitely gonna be like, oh, stay clear.
roll a sleight of hand check and see
Is
if
there
anyone else.
Is there anything I can throw him at?
I got a 7.
A 7. You don't find anything on him. Of any.
I was going to say, while everyone's distracted looking at the dwarf, I was going to scavenge the corpse of the driver. Pick around that for shiny things outside.
Good shout. Good shout.
And I get a trophy from the direwolf.
Yes, that's
Okay,
true.
well,
Someone
I'm
gonna
gonna
pick up
retrieve
its
my-
tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll knock that off, yeah.
I'll have a little. I'll put some of his brain in a jar for later.
Want to roll an investigation check on the
Yes.
on the coach driver?
Mark, just a quick question, because I am Nuke Dukin. What would I have to do to rip the direwolf's head off and shit down its throat?
Need to pass a
Strength check.
strength and a dexterity check, followed by a morality
Let's
check.
do it.
And we all roll Constitution.
Right, I'm going to go find my hammer in the somewhere off in the build.
Hang on, guys. Hang on. One person at a time. Adam was investigating the coach driver.
So for my investigation
Then we'll
check,
move to John, and then we'll move to Kiba.
I got an 8.
You got an 8.
An 8.
You walk over to the corpse. It's dark, and you ruffle through his pockets. You don't see anything on him at all. But as you roll the corpse over, you do notice that lying in the mix of blood and semi-molten snow beneath you is a seemingly innocuous steel pin, about yay long, and like that. It's a steel rod.
Cool. I mean, I'll have that. It might be
Only
useful.
things: raven blood, crow blood. Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's shiny, right? So I'll have it.
Well, it's covered in blood.
I'm sure it'll be shiny when I clean it.
Yeah. It wasn't in the corpse. It was under the corpse.
Cool. Yeah.
John, you wanted to defecate in something's neck.
Before he does that, I was like,
I've rolled a 16.
You roll a 16. This was the direwolf, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, you ripped the direwolf's head off.
Lovely. And hang on 2 seconds.
fuck is he doing?
You relieve yourself onto the corpse of the direwolf, much to everybody else. Into the corpse of the direwolf, much to everybody else's mixed emotions.
I feel
With,
quite
with
proud
my
of
close
this.
my close affinity with nature makes me not really be that keen on that.
I don't think you're happy, James. I don't think you're happy.
My close affinity with class makes me unkeen on this.
Pity's all in a butt.
Okay. Kiba.
Right, I see none of this because I don't want to. And I am busy going out into the forest to find where I threw that hammer. I'm
Can
going
I
to go
help
retrieve
you?
my hammer.
You're going
Yes,
to
come
help me by healing me.
Come find a hammer around here somewhere. Somewhere is a hammer. Yeah.
Do you want?
No, stop that. Right, come here.
Do you want to roll a perception check?
Okay.
Can I help him?
You know the direction that the hammer travelled in, and you know how hard you threw it. So
I get can Neil give me assistance and give me anything?
Neil can give you assistance. Absolutely, you can add the scores together.
Yep.
Please tell me you've got.
I got.
perception.
Oh yeah, I've perception +4, so I got 11.
Good, 'cause I'm-
plus 4, so 15.
I see nothing, so I get 5.
Five. As you both walk off into the forest. You know the direction the hammer flew, and Kiba knows how hard he threw it. It must be around here somewhere. You remember hearing it bounce off a tree or some sort of thump. So as you walk over, you find, after a little bit of searching, the hammer lying, still uncovered by snow, there at the foot of a tree.
I'll take my hammer back. I'll throw it the next thing I see.
Nice one.
You might want to see it's attach something shiny to it so you know where it is next time.
Maybe an axe.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to fix the wheel?
Ooh, there's an
Can
idea.
we fix the wheel? What's the condition of the actual wheel in?
Well,
Like to do.
Sorry, you broke up there.
Sorry, what are you doing? Sorry, I didn't hear what you said you were
We
doing.
want to fix the wheel.
You want to fix the wheel.
Yeah.
So we already discussed that the broken wheel was lying to the side of the road.
Yep.
So that's there. So it's come off it's come off the spoke off the axle. It's fallen off.
So we want to put it back on.
So yeah,
Back on. Okay. So
dragons just lift the cart. Someone get the wheel.
how many of you are
Let's
getting the
get it.
wheel?
I'll get the wheel. I'm fairly strong.
Just you? Strength check, please.
No, me as well.
Okay, both of you roll
I
a
can
strength.
help out. I'm okay.
Three of
I'd
you
say-
roll a strength.
I'd say dragons lift the cart.
Yeah,
I-
yeah. What are the actions we would need to do to
There
fix
There
the
are
car?
two actions that need to be done here. The cart
Yeah.
needs to be lifted, and the wheel needs to be moved into place.
I got an 18 for moving the wheel.
You got an 18 for moving the wheel. You
Rolls.
hoist the wheel. You hoist the wheel up. You hoist the wheel up.
I've got a 9.
Roll it towards the cart with John's help.
John just pushes it a little bit.
The wheels now. The
Just
wheels
pushing
now
along
being-
that.
A bit like one of those Victorian.
Yeah, just push it along my hammer.
The wheels now in position by the cart, but you can't slide it on yet because the cart's.
You need to lift the cart.
So I guess I'm gonna have to lift it.
I'm happy to help try and lift the car.
I'm
Yep.
happy to help lift the cart as well.
I'll give it a go too. Why not?
That's,
I'll help out. I'm
4 of
pretty.
you.
Is
John
it
and Kiba can't because they're holding the wheel at the moment.
is it strength or athletics?
It's strength.
It's strength for the cart.
I'll get 14.
I got a 7.
Well,
19.
I've got a
5.
You all lift together, and the cart raises up, the axle coming level with the wheel. You slide the wheel onto the axle, release the cart, and it sits back onto the wheel.
Can I do a quick perception check of the wheel to see if there's
Okay.
anything missing from it?
You can.
9. What was it? Perception. 11.
You look at the wheel. Sort of proud that you've just lifted this fucking great big cart and hoisted it back on, but not quite certain enough to take it for a ride yet. Comparing it to the other wheels, you notice it's quite clearly missing a peg
Can I
or
can I
something
do
like
a
that.
oh
Guys,
that
there's something
might
missing.
hold it in place.
There's something missing.
Guys,
It's going to fall off
Oi.
if you continue to use it. If you use it.
Bird brain. Pin.
Hey, does the bit of pin that I found fit or help in any way with what the wheel needs?
It does. Yeah, it does.
Cool.
Would you like to
I'll use that.
I'm gonna keep it for
Fixing.
me.
hammer the
Fix the
steel
wheel.
pin? You hammer the steel pin into the axle to hold the wheel on. It's tight. It's fast. It's,
Look at the
it's
pin.
serviceable again. It's serviceable.
We use Keeper's light hammer to do that,
You
so
do
we feel like,
use
yeah,
it.
we found it and we fixed it.
You
Boom.
use his newly
But you have to
found
throw it.
light axe hammer.
Throw
From
it in the
about
pit.
40 feet away.
Whiff it at it, yeah.
You've broken the wheel. Sorry, Mark. Go for it. Go for it, dude.
No. So the coach is okay. The wheel is back on. The pin's back in. It looks serviceable. It looks okay.
I can't think of anything else we could do in this immediate area. I don't.
We go to where we were meant to be going.
Yeah, I think it was a good
Can I-
shout.
let's continue to Pale Bank.
Okay.
Yep. I'm happy to drive the coach.
Okay.
So
And I'm happy to accompany him.
Anyone
so
want to
you're-
take shotgun? Yeah, John.
Nice.
yeah, John and
Nuke.
Griff and Griff sit up front. The rest of you pile into the back. What are we
Can
doing?
I just lean out the window and just say, Griff, go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Go horse, go! I press the go button on the horses and they go.
The carriage moves off slowly, partly because of the excess corpses you've attached to it, and partly because the wheels seem to keep skidding in the blood and entrails of dead coach driver. You
Oh,
move
I
off-
steer round his. Oh no, is he behind? He was
He's
behind.
you.
Oh
It's
yeah.
there's just a lot of blood on the floor.
Okay.
That the wheels are sort
Yeah.
of spinning in,
And piss.
and it and piss
And crisps.
and crisps. The coach wheels bite into the snow, and you're off. You travel up the road and into the darkness, away from the lamplight. The road curves gently through the forest for about 4 miles. It's serene. It's quiet after the recent traumas that you've all suffered, and you have a moment to reflect on what's happened. The sun starts to come up, and in the slowly emerging dawn, you leave the forest behind you, and you see the vast Crystal Sands tundra stretching out to the north as far as the eye can see. Palebank Village sits nestled in a natural harbour to the right, just a mile down the hill. Smoke rising peacefully from its chimneys. From this distance, you can see beyond the ramshackle palisade and past the badly maintained watchtowers. The first fishing boats of the day are starting to set out, and several cargo ships are visible on the horizon. You travel down the path. A meal, a fire, some sleep at the forefront of your minds, and of course, that frozen